Let me be clear, for those who don't seem to know, slavery was the cause of the Civil War. There's no negotiation about that. Now we're living in an era of a second lost cause. Once again, there's some in this country trying to turn a loss into a lie which, if allowed to live, will once again bring terrible damage to this country.
President Biden in Charleston, South Carolina. Governor Haley, welcome.
Thank you.
Clearly, we wanted to start there. The first part of that soundbite was pretty much aimed at you and your answer in that New Hampshire town hall about the cause of the Civil War. You've since explained that slavery was the cause, but what's your reaction to the president going to the Mother Emanuel AME Church, a church in Charleston you often talk about, and he said to go after you and what he called MAGA Republicans led by a defeated president?
I mean, first of all, Mother Emanuel Church is a sacred place. I mean, we lost 9 amazing souls that night for just going to a Bible study. And I will tell everybody, those amazing people, all 12 of them, when someone else showed up that didn't look like them or act like them or sound like them, they didn't call the cops. They didn't throw him out. Instead, they pulled up a chair and prayed with him for an hour. And when they bowed their heads in that last prayer, he began to shoot. These were people like Ethel Lance, who had just lost her daughter 2 years prior to breast cancer. But she would go around Mother Emanuel Church singing, "One day at a time, sweet Jesus, that's all I ask of you. Give me the strength to do every day what I have to do." Tywanza Sanders, our youngest victim, had just graduated college. And on that night, he stood in front of his 87-year-old great Aunt Susie and looked at the killer and said, "You don't have to do this. We mean no harm to you." Or it was someone like Cynthia Hurd, whose life motto was simply to be kinder than necessary. That's who these people were. For Biden to show up there and give a political speech is offensive in itself. But the second thing I'll say is, I don't need someone who palled around with segregationists in the 70s and has said racist comments all the way through his career, lecturing me or anyone in South Carolina about what it means to have racism, slavery, or anything related to the Civil War.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.